Max Pacioretty, thanks very much for sitting down with the Suburban Newspaper to talk to us. We really appreciate your time. Max, first of all, we're approaching the first anniversary of the hit from Chara. Can you tell me how much has your life and perhaps your perspective on life changed in the last 12 months?
Yeah, I have a whole new perspective on life right now, and not just in terms of giving back, but you realize what's important in life, and I almost lost everything that day, and it makes you realize things like family and friends, and the opportunity to give back are much more important than most things that people think are important.
The injury was no doubt the scariest and perhaps the worst experience of your life, but from something so horrible did come some good in terms of the foundation you started and what it'll be able to do to help others. Would you say that's correct?
Yeah, absolutely. That's the way I look at my life now. I look at things as challenges, and being able to overcome them will make me a better person and ultimately a better hockey player in the future. And that's the way I looked at my incident. Being able to have a lot of time to recover and think about life, I became a better player, and also at the end of the day, I became a better person and was able to join up for this foundation and help out others.
I would say that's definitely correct. Now, you have a fundraiser coming up on Friday, March 2nd in LaSalle. Can you tell me a little bit about this?
Yeah, we had one event already that panned out very well, and now we have our second event here, and we teamed up with a boys soccer team going over to Europe and hope to raise a lot of money in a Texas Hold'em tournament. And it's a little bit different. We'll be able to have some fun playing cards and get to interact with the fans and the people that come.
How does it feel getting out there and meeting the fans one-on-one, especially those who know that by supporting the foundation in these events, they get unprecedented access to someone like you, even some of your teammates? I mean, that's obviously an incentive. Obviously gives you an ability to perhaps do something that other fundraising organizations can't.
Yeah, that's exactly the biggest part for it is I'm pretty much giving up my time to spend it with the fans, and I think that's the way we raise money. And I think that's the most rewarding way for me to earn the money, is to spend time with fans and people who appreciate what I'm doing for the foundation and for the city of Montreal.
Tell me, honestly, last March, days after your injury, if someone were to have told you that you would make a complete recovery, you'd be leading the team in scoring a year later, what would you have said to them?
You know what, I was pretty focused right after my injury and tried to think pretty positive. So, I tried not to look too far down the road, but I knew that, like I said, an experience like that is going to make me a better hockey player and a better person, and that's definitely what it did. And I hope to use, experiences like that and others down the road for motivation and experience.
Do you think that your comeback and the fact you've been able to continue play your gritty style of play sets a good example for young players who incur similar injuries on the ice?
Yeah, absolutely. I looked at that as well as a part of my motivation. I want young players who maybe receive an injury and think they want to quit the game or think it's too dangerous to keep playing, to maybe my experience can motivate them, and that's also a part of giving back and a reason for me to feel so good about my success right now.
Okay, you obviously had a lot of support from your family, from your then fiance to your wife, your parents. I mean, how much did that help you get through this whole thing?
That was by far the most important thing for my recovery and from the process of getting to where I am right now. My grandmother, my mother especially, they're the two most positive people in the world, and they're very religious as well, and I think that played a big factor of me thinking positive through the whole situation and coming out a better person.
How about the actual injury and the actual YouTube video of that incident, which people have watched over and over again? Is it something that you prefer not to watch at all?
Yeah, it is. At first, I couldn't believe that I was even sitting at the table being able to watch that and not have any effects like some people have now from concussions and head injuries. So looking back at it now, I try not to watch it if it's ever on TV, and I just thank God that I'm fortunate enough to not have lingering effects.
A lot of people are not aware that you have a family connection to Montreal. Can you tell us what that is?
Yeah, my grandmother was born and raised here, and she actually worked in the Montreal General Hospital as an anesthesiologist, and I was unaware that she worked there until my injury. She told me about it, but I knew that she grew up here, and when I was younger, we visited some relatives here, and I remember coming to a Montreal game when I was younger, but it all kind of fell into place once I was drafted by Montreal, and we reached out to the family members and now have contact with them.
And did she speak good French?
Yeah, she still has a very thick accent and speaks perfect French. After I got drafted, she's she was sending me articles in French about me and translating them and writing notes for what it meant. So it's cool to see.
Is that something you'd like to pick up in the years to come?
Yeah.
Your French?
Yeah, it's obviously a huge part of the community, and I want to be a big part of this community and be in the city for as long as I can. So learning French would be a huge thing for me, and I would like to do it.
My last question actually was kind of a follow-up to that. How do you like living in Montreal? You've been really embraced by the people, the fans. You're obviously very well recognized. I'm sure it's pretty hard for you to go shopping or anywhere else with someone stopping you, but how have you enjoyed? You've really been embraced in this city.
Yeah, my injury, if I had it, I think playing for any other team, I wouldn't be where I am today. I think the support from the fans in the city of Montreal made me the person I am right now, and also the player I am right now. And like I said, the fans in the city are next to none. They're the best, and especially in hockey and the NHL, and I think that's why I'm having so much success right now.
All right, Max Pacioretty, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Okay.